Yo, what up, though? This is your boy, Chris B. Daniels. You are now tuned in to Show and Talk. So, tonight's movie, we will be discussing a movie based on a true story, and that movie is called The Silent Twins. I don't know how many of y'all has ever heard of the story, and right now I have, many notes because I wanted to go back and watch the movie earlier today, but I kind of dozed off, so I'm gonna try to do this based on the notes that I've took last week. You know what I mean? Yeah, so basically the movie is sort of different from the actual events. It's about two twin girls who refuse to talk to anyone else but each other. And if you go and watch the movie, it'll show you that. You know what I'm saying? So basically the movie starts with the two pretending to be on radio, talking to the outside world, having fun until their mother knocks on the door for dinner. You know what I mean? So the mother walks into the room and she picks up a plate and then walks out. But she's standing behind the door to see if the girls will actually respond, but they never do. So eventually they do end up at the dinner table. The dad comes in, he tries to ask them about their day, and they won't even speak to their own parents. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're literally quiet towards everyone else except each other. So and it's like when they go to school, when you see them go to school that next day, they get there, you find out that, you know what I'm saying, they're being bullied by a bunch of other kids because of their condition. Well, it's not really a condition. It's just the way they are. They just refuse to talk to anyone else but each other. So, and it's like when you see them get bullied, they have no emotion towards it. You know what I mean? One kid spits on one of the twins, which I thought was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Personally, I would have punched his little ass in the face if that was me. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they, just sit back and took it. But I understand, some people say it's harder to do than just saying it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But these two little girls, like, they really didn't show much emotion towards anything but each other. If one got hurt, the other one, showed their emotion, but that's based on the movie, you know what I'm saying? That's what you see. So when they just refuse to talk to the teachers or anyone else, the principal, I believe, is talking to the two parents, telling the parents that, the girls they basically can't stay there. So they put them in this program where this one teacher is trying to get them to talk. So what he does, he puts two tape recorders on the table. In one, he records himself, like he recorded himself asking the girl questions. So he walks out, plays the recording back, and the girls still don't respond for some reason. They only talk to each other. But in real life, according to the actual story, they did respond to the tape recorder. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't nobody like actually sitting in front of them. So, after that little incident, you know what I mean? Got my notes here, y'all. Um, the girls, it's like this little cartoon that happens. You know what I'm saying? Like this little cartoon segment. It's several of them in the movie. You know what I'm saying? But like they made these little dolls in real life, and when they were alone, they played with them, pretending there was a real family or whatever. So whenever you watch the movie, you'll see like these little segments with the dolls. So after that plays out, the girls, they're in the cafeteria eating alone. You know what I mean? Nobody is paying attention to them, paying no mind to them, and they still refuse to speak to anyone. You know what I'm saying? So they start, you know what I'm saying? The girls, like, there's one scene where they're riding horses or whatever, but they both fall off. I guess they weren't good horse riders. I'm not sure what that was about, but the teacher eventually splits them up. You know what I'm saying? Because they're too close. You know what I'm saying? They figure if they split them up, then one will talk. You know what I'm saying? And then, but that don't work either because, like I said, you know what I'm saying? The girls have to be around each other. They need to be around each other. You know what I'm saying? So, one of the girls, June, I believe, winds up going to a group home or as an institute or something like that. So that's where I think she starts writing, you know what I'm saying? And then Jennifer stays back at home. So that's how they really split them up. But then still, they just refuse to talk to anyone, even when they're separated. You know what I mean? So another little anime sequence plays out, with the dolls. I guess it's them, like I said, it's them playing with dolls, pretending that, what I'm saying, they're family or whatever. Blase, blase. But Jennifer tries to run away because she wants her sister back. But then they catch her, you know what I'm saying? So she didn't really get far. But like I said, I'm not sure how that part played out in real life because I'm not sure if they were separated or not. They probably were, but you know what I'm saying? It's a very interesting story. You just gotta watch it, listen to them because, like I said, June is the one like really telling the story. You know what I'm saying? So after a time skip, the girls are now let's see, the girls are now like 19 years old, I believe. So the girls, this is around Christmas. They're in the room. They're just talking to each other, playing with their dolls, writing and everything. So their sister comes into the room with the baby, and she wants to show them the newborn, but still they refuse to talk, even to their sister. So the sisters had enough. So she's complaining to their mother or whatever, saying that she can't take it no more. They just not talking, and she can't figure out what the hell the problem is. You know what I'm saying? So she told her mother she wasn't trying with them no more. She tried, and she just wasn't trying anymore. You know what I mean? So she leaves in a fit of rage. You know what I mean? Then it plays out. You know what I'm saying? Another animated sequence, and then they wind up coming downstairs to watch TV. So, like I said, it seems like they do things when no one else is around. Otherwise, they're locked up in a room. So the girls lock themselves in the room when they finally get a typewriter. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess typewriters were the shit back then. You know what I'm saying? So they wind up writing the story. Both of them wind up becoming writers, but only one really gets accepted, and that's June. She gets an acceptance letter, and then Jennifer gets jealous, and next thing you know, the girls, they start fighting. You know what I'm saying? This is like the second time they start fighting. The first time is when they were still little. So they spot this white boy or whatever. I guess he went to the same school as they did. And so they like the way he looked or whatever. And it was moving a little too fast too. That's another thing. You know what I'm saying? And then in a scene later or whatever, they're being seen breaking into his house. So they commit breaking and entering, and then they start watching TV, just going through stuff and all that. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, the father and the two sons arrive because he has a brother. So the father catches them trying to escape the house. And the father wants to know, why are you, what I'm saying, here? Like, basically, how did you get in? Are you interested in my sons? So next thing you know, they're hanging out with the two boys. And the two boys get high smoking weed, which I don't even know how the father, you know what I'm saying, is tolerating that shit, letting them get away with whatever, you know what I'm saying? But they're in the room smoking, getting high off gasoline, you know what I'm saying? Because he gives Jenny the bag or whatever, and they all start sniffing gasoline or gas or whatever the fuck they sniffing, you know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy, yo. So afterwards, there's this like scene where they all just get high, you know what I mean, and lay it out. So that's like the start of their addiction. Well, really Jenny's addiction, you know what I'm saying? So June starts writing the story. Well, she's finishing up the story or whatever. Where in the book, supposedly Preston, the white boy that they met, he overdosed. You know what I'm saying? And basically died. But I don't think that's what happened in real life. You know what I'm saying? Because not too long after that, they meet up with the dude again. You know what I'm saying? And June, her book does get accepted, and they start taking photos, the two girls. So after all of that, the girls do meet back up with Preston, and Jennifer, you know what I'm saying, the twin, the more aggressive twin, because the way it was, it seemed like Jennifer was the one running the show a little bit. I'm not sure how it was in real life because I think they both were, what I'm saying, on the same mindset. But in the movie, it seemed like Jenny was the one running everything between the two. But Jenny winds up having sex with the dude Preston. You know what I'm saying? And then June is in the corner, like kind of in the fetal position, just watching them. So later on that night, Jenny is writing in her diary or her book saying like how much fun she had with this dude and how good it felt. And you know what I'm saying? And if you can look at June, you could tell like the facial expression, she was getting jealous of her sister. So not too long after that, they meet back up with Preston again. And this time Preston is talking to Jennifer about, I guess plans of them doing things or whatever. Next thing you know, he yanks off a wig and June had enough. She takes Preston, she starts kissing on him and everything. And next thing you know, I don't know if they had sex because it showed it off screen, but that's what it was, man. So after that, the two girls, they start to fight. I guess it's over this guy. You know what I'm saying? Some old jealous stuff going on. So now in real life, I don't even know if the guy existed because all the stories that I heard, I never heard June mention the guy, you know what I'm saying? But he might have existed for real. So afterwards, the girls, they commit arson and they wind up burning this warehouse down or whatever. Cause you could look at Jennifer and tell she was high as I don't know what. And then they call the cops, you know what I'm saying, admitting to what they did. So both of them get taken in, questioning and everything. And next thing you know, it's a court case. And so instead of sending them to prison, they got sent to the nut house, you know what I'm saying, the crazy home. And that's where the twins were from 1982 all the way up to 1983. 1983, I'm sorry, 1993. So, but in the group home, that's where, most of the stuff was taking place between the two in their adult lives. So this is just a movie though, because in real life, it's probably a lot more that happened. They just didn't have enough time to put it on screen. So June refuses to talk to Jenny, had enough, not trying to get themselves into even more trouble than they're already in. And she just, don't want to, do all that bullshit. So Jenny feels neglected or whatever. She feels ignored. And when she feels ignored, she walks up behind Jenny. And next, Aunt Jenny walks up behind June. And next thing you know, they start fighting again. But shortly after that, June's book was published. Like a full-fledged published book. You know what I'm saying? Her. So the girls are fighting because Jeannie's jealous of her sister. You know what I'm saying? Because like she has yet to hear anything about her own book. So there's this publicist or counselor or whoever she was that comes to the crazy home that wants to talk to June. You know what I'm saying, about her book because she likes what she read. She likes what she read. And so she wanted June to write, more like stories or whatever, because I guess, you know what I'm saying, June was a better writer than Jenny, according to the movie, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it didn't say anything about Jenny's book being published, just June's, you know what I'm saying? So, oh man. Then the publicist talks to Jenny later, actually, because after she talks to June, June, for some reason, falls out. You know what I mean? Like she falls out and it seems like she's going crazy. And then they try to contain her. So next thing you know, they put her back into the room and she tries to take a sheet because now they're separated. You know what I'm saying? They say they got separated again. So she takes a sheet and then wraps it around her neck. I guess she's trying to either break her neck or hang herself, where she's unsuccessful. You know what I'm saying? Her sister's going crazy because she knows what's going on with her sister. You know what I mean? So the publicist comes back or the counselor one. It's either the counselor or the publicist, y'all. You know what I mean? But she comes back, but this time she's talking to Jenny about her sister because Nobody knows, you know what I'm saying, why she did that. So Jenny refuses to talk to the woman. And so instead of talking, she figures out, she'll respond through writing. So they're writing back and forth, talking to each other that way. You know what I'm saying? So come to find out, June is actually fine. You know what I'm saying? She just tried to suffocate herself or choke herself out. You know what I'm saying? So Jenny is reunited with June, and then they both have a powwow. You know what I'm saying? They agreed to not fight each other anymore. You know what I mean? So now they're working together on getting the hell up out of there. So the publicist, you know what I'm saying, ends up visiting June again. You know what I'm saying? Because this time Jennifer was the one that's trying to, you know what I'm saying, off herself or whatever. And she winds up in a wheelchair. And then, you had another animated sequence that happens. You know what I'm saying? And I think the animated sequences are all right. They're just a little weird, but they straight. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's the fill the time. You know what I'm saying? It's like filler in the movie, in my opinion. But yeah, the sisters, they are finally, like, they finally get the news that they're getting out of the crazy home. You know what I'm saying? So, but before they leave, they have a talk with somebody, and they tell Jenny tells this person that, you know what I'm saying, she's going to die. You know what I mean? And at first, nobody takes it seriously. But that's what she was just telling them, that she was going to die. You know what I'm saying? So the day comes, right? The day comes that they're leaving the nut house. So June's in the van waiting on her sister. Jenny shows up, and then she gets in the van, joins her sister in the back seat, puts her head on the shoulder as they pull off. And then right by the time they get to their next destination, June tries to wake her sister, but she won't wake up. Come to find out, her sister died of mysterious circumstances. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows how she passed away. In real life, I'm not sure if they knew or they know or they, you know what I'm saying, never found out or what. But the part of the story that I do know is the two sisters made a pact. If one of them dies, the other one has to live a normal life because they'll feel free. You know what I mean? And if that sounds interesting to you, check out the actual story. They got interviews with June online. You can see it on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? They got documentaries about the two women. They got books on them. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting. When I first heard the story, I was telling myself, yo, they gotta have a movie on this. You know what I'm saying? And sure enough, they did. The movie came out this year and it was straight. You know what I'm saying? So if I had to give a movie a grade, five, 1 out of 10, I would probably give it a 8. You know what I'm saying? The acting was great. You know what I'm saying? The two little girls that played the twins, they were pretty good for child actors. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Letitia Wright, who plays Shuri in Black Panther and Wakanda Forever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She's a great actress as well. She had the accent down and everything. Well, I think she's English. You know what I'm saying? She has an English accent in real life, but she had the speech impediment because the two girls had a speech impediment, and I'm not sure that's probably the reason why they refused to talk to anybody. You know what I'm saying? But they got that down right. I forgot what the other lady's name was, the actress who played the other twin, Jennifer, but she did a pretty good job too. So if you've never seen that movie, you got to check it out. It's called The Silent Twins. It's on Peacock. Yo, I think you'll like it. But yo, just give it a wiggity watch. Let me know what you think, and we'll discuss it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was really building up to this review right here. I'm gonna give the movie another watch because it's a great film. You know what I'm saying? And knowing it's like me, if I'm about to review a movie, I have to watch it a second time to, refresh my brain. Like I want to go back and watch Black Phone because I feel like the review I gave on that movie was horrible. You know what I'm saying? I didn't give it in enough detail or whatever. So I need to go back and, check that movie out and re-review that. But for the most part, the Silent Twins, like I said, It's a great film. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should check it out and let me know what you think. I guarantee you'll like it. So again, let me know what you think. Like and subscribe on my shit. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't, you bullshitting. Because I will be having another movie review coming soon for you guys next Saturday. And hopefully soon I'll have an interview coming up on World Rule Talk. So we're gonna see what happens with that. But until then, I'll talk to y'all guys later. All right? Peace.